and it is not a balmy 34. It is windy. My first time, I have no idea where to go. And I know there's a lot of trails to cover right now.
I turned to lovers, yeah, we fell into each other. But our love burned out like a cigarette, and I'm wishing that I would've said, I hope you're happier now that I'm gone, moving on.
Okay, we're in the Lone Rider Glades right now. I'm on the North Ridge Quad, I believe.
But you still got a piece of me. Ooh, I know you hate my guts, but I swear I mean it all. I hope you're happier now that I'm gone, moving on. I know you wish I was burning in hell. No, you are just a memory lost, and I still think about you sometimes when I fucked up.
I don't know how, but I made it to the Chop Chop Glades without having to go on another lift. Like my last clip where I said I did Powerline into, I don't know what other run I did. I think I was trying to find like East Run or something like that, and I found the Great Northerner, which I took from the gondola, so I was so confused. And then I just followed the Great Northerner into Royal Flush. Thank God I found Royal Flush, because then I was like, oh, I know that's somewhere near Chop Chop. So then I took, thank God for signs, even though I know locals probably hate them. But anyways, I found Royal Flush. I did Royal Flush. And then I came into Racer's Edge. Once I saw Racer's Edge, I was like, I know that's the cutoff into Chop Chop, or that's like the catwalk that you ski. And then there should be a marker for the Chop Chop Glades, a trail marker, and there was. So, somehow we got here, and I'm so glad we did, because, okay, I'll show you a little clip of these. These are definitely less piney. Like the ones on the Snowden Express were so much more closed in and just felt like the woods were protecting you. This is a little more wide open, so here they are. Now they're still tight, but you know, not as like enclosed as you feel, or as I felt when I was doing, what were they called? Lone Run and like Scarecrow and Tin Man, all of the ones on the Snowden. And actually, Patsy's, that's what I did. I'm pretty sure I did Patsy's, but I think they all condense into one. That's what someone was telling me on the chairlift. So, wow. Okay. I feel like I ran a marathon to get here. I really have been having to use my brain to find where everything is, which is great, but also just as exhausting as it is physically. Well, not as, but kind of. Okay, I'm gonna show you a clip of the Chop Chops, and I have no idea what I'm gonna do next. I plan on going on the Canyon Quad next. I think that's what it's called. And then from there, I'll figure it out. So, see you there. I might try the Big Dipper, even though I'm terrified of what their double diamonds are gonna be like. So, okay, see you there.
Tudo repete como se o tempo parou, tua imagem gira e nunca cessou num loop lento. A vida ficou e meu coração nunca voltou.
the talking box has returned, so let's explain some more of the Chop Chop Glades. So these are rated as a diamond at Killington, and I think that's pretty accurate. I don't remember them being super difficult. I remember them being very nice. They're different from the Snowdon Glades as they're not as enclosed, and there's not like huge pine trees that go on for miles. It's kind of more bare trees. I don't even know what kind of trees these are, like birch trees? I don't know. But they're more like wispy, like very tiny trees. And now here you'll see I'm out of the Chop Chop Glades. Again, I don't remember them being super difficult. I don't remember them being very long, but they're nice. And then in here, you'll see me come back to the gondola, and I have no idea how I kept getting back to the gondola. There was other quads that I had intended to get to, but somehow I just kept missing the mark. But yeah, here's some more of my day. Look at these glades. Okay, we made it to the Anarchy Glade. I'm nervous because I didn't know how Killington's double diamonds were gonna be, and the entrance to this said thin cover, but so far, I feel like I'm like a third to a half of the way into this trail. It's got pretty good coverage. I mean, definitely I went over some rocks, but I feel like in every Glades trail I go over some rocks. It's kind of inevitable, at least in the Northeast. But they've been fine so far. They're a lot like the Snowdon Glades, a lot like those, any of the glades over there. So, so far they've been nice. I might be naive. I haven't finished the whole trail, so we'll see. But so far, they've been lovely and just so pretty. Look at these trees. Okay, so I did not make it to the canyon quad like I wanted to. I somehow got to the gondola again, which is fine because I rode up with lovely people, and they kind of told me like where to go and other things to do and try out, which I was very grateful for. So yeah, and then once I got to the gondola, I took Blue Heaven into Bear Tracks, and then I came across the South Ridge quad, I believe, and hopefully I'm gonna have to figure out, I want to try to take that back up if I can and do one more trail here and then somehow make it back to Bear Mountain and then somehow make it back to Snowshed. No idea how the heck I'm gonna get back to Snowshed. That's gonna be another mystery. Snowshed is where I started my day and that's where my car is, so. But yeah, I honestly have no idea what time it is. I think it's around noon because there's a lot of people look like in for lunch. There's a lot of skis on the ski racks. So I'm thinking a lot of people are in lunch. But yeah, so I'm gonna try to go on the South Ridge Trail and maybe I'm in Anarchy right now. I don't know if I mentioned that. I think I did. But this is so nice over here. And I saw that if you because I took Blue Heaven, and then I took Bear Run. I saw where the South Ridge came out. Then I took Bear Tracks again into Launchpad. Launchpad is what got me to the Anarchy Glades, and these are great. I don't want to speak too soon, but, and then it looks like there's a bunch of other glades on the South Ridge. Like, it looked like something said nowhere, and then another one said somewhere. My brain is probably messing that up, but that's what it looked like. And that is my next plan of action. Then finally, Bear Mountain. So let's see if I get there. Every day, every trail, I really am using my brain just as much as my legs. So, but I really needed a day like this. So skiing is so much fun. And let's see if I get there.
Show me the way, break my chain. Show me the way, set me free. Show me the way,
these are the Anarchy Glades. I was really happy to find these because these are one of the double diamonds that I really did want to find. And these are near like the Juan and Juanita. I don't think it's Juanita. I think it's Julio. I think it's Juan and the Julio Glades. And funny enough, later in the day, I actually did find the entrance to those. And I think somehow the Anarchy Glades funneled into the Juan and Julio Glades, because I was looking at a map and I was like, I did so much more than I actually thought I did of the Anarchy Glades. Like, there's no way that it was that short, because when I was looking at a map, it looked really short. And I think somehow I funneled into the Juan and Julio Glades, just like on Snowden. Someone was telling me that Patsy's and Scarecrow and Tin Man all kind of condensed into one. I think that's what happens on this area of Glades as well, near like the Express Gondola where the Anarchy and the Juan and Julio Glades are. I'm sorry, I know I'm not saying one of those correctly, and I'm sorry, forget the name. But anyways, I really liked these Glades. I will say though, I do think they're a true double diamond. The beginning part is super chill, and you could go in there for like a little bit, for like maybe halfway, and then there's probably a way you can like sneak out of it. But I will say the last part of it gets significant. Yeah, this is where I was like, I see why this is a double diamond, because things were getting much tighter and steeper and skied off. So, and literally the last like 10 feet of these glades to get out of them, it was so skied off that I'm like, well, I'm either hitting straight ice or going over rocks, so pick my poison. I guess this, I hope it goes well, but it was fine. I'm such a baby. But anyways, I really liked these glades, and yeah, I think they were true to their rating. And yeah, right here is where I'm like, how am I gonna get out of these? There's rocks both ways.
Yeah, I changed my mind. The last part of Anarchy gets really tight, and I see why it's a double diamond now. So we're gonna hope for the best on this last part.
Okay, it has been quite a while since I talked to you guys last, or since I taught a camera last. Trying to find, okay, so I changed my plans like so many times. After I finished the Anarchy Glades, I was very tired, and I was like, I don't know how to get back, like quickly back to the snow shed area. Is that where I started? Whatever, where I started, I didn't know how to get back there quickly. So I didn't know there was 2 gondolas at this mountain. I am so confused. This is a big learning curve for me, but I'm happy I did it, because I love to test my brain and my mind. I think it's good for you. But anyways, obviously I'm in a Glades trail. It took me 3 tries to find where the Somewhere and Nowhere Glades are. I finally found the Somewhere Glades. I am so freaking happy. But I realized Killington, they give all the information and have so many maps and markers for broom trails and well, not broom trails, but for blue, green, and diamonds. But they have no markers, even for double diamonds, but they have no markers for glades. So I have been struggling trying to find this glade, because I wanted to end on this. It's like 2:30. I'm gonna have to, well, I still have like enough time, but yeah, I have to hurry. But anyways, this is not where I wanted. Well, I did want to end up here, but it just took so much time. So, and I was looking at Bear Mountain. I definitely don't have time to go there, but also everything there is basically a double diamond. And I'm like, Anarchy really took it out of me. Because all I've been doing is basically glades, except trying to get here. I took so many like blues and greens, and I finally took Great Eastern from Superstar 6. And I, for some reason, like it loops a lot of times, and for some reason I was like, no, I need to turn to the left here, and I found the entrance to Somewhere. But like Killington has like the the trail markers and like the entrance for the glades, but it does not have like maps how to get to the glades like it does, and like directions for like the other trails, which is fine. if I skied here
Okay,
all the time,
I am so
obviously I
sorry.
didn't know
My
where I was
GoPro
going,
must have
but
like
it's 'cause this is my
tapped out
first
at
time
this
ever.
point
I've
because
been really turned around
when
a
I
lot,
was
but
collecting
I'm
and
gonna enjoy these
downloading all my
lakes.
footage
That'll
from
be the
my
last
GoPro
clip
and
I'll
my
get.
camera and
And
my
this has been a
phone, I
freaking
realized I
fantastic
got no
day.
footage of the Somewhere
Thank you
and
guys so
Nowhere
much for
glades. I
watching,
promise you I did
because
them, but
I would love
there's
to do
no
this for
proof.
the rest of my life.
And I'm so
Bye.
sorry, but they were a very true diamond, a nice way to end the day. Yeah, I really liked them. So if you're an experienced skier, you'd have no problem doing them, and go try them out. So my overall thoughts of Killington, I really was pleasantly surprised. I was so turned off from Killington. I think probably because my dad was like, oh, it's way too expensive. And my dad is so frugal. So anytime, and they do have really expensive lift tickets. Like, I want to say, I don't think I'm way off saying this. I think they might be the most expensive lift tickets on the East Coast, if not top 5 easily. But they do have a lot of trails, so I guess that makes sense. I don't know anything about owning a business, let alone a ski resort. So I will say though, I was pleasantly surprised, and I really, really enjoyed everything Killington had to offer. I mean, I went on a weekday and I also went right after a snowstorm, so it would be hard to not be impressed by any mountain after those conditions, but I really liked it. I am bummed at how expensive the lift tickets are. Even on a weekday, my lift ticket was still like $168. So expensive, but I really do like that Killington is privately owned and it's not owned by Icon or Epic, which is amazing. I would love for as many ski resorts to still be independently owned, because I hate what Vail and Epic and Icon have done to the whole skiing industry. They're making a monopoly out of it. So I really like that. And yeah, I thought Killington, their overall like rating system was very accurate. They had really good conditions. They kept their snow well. I had a lovely day, and I would love to go back and explore. I didn't get to explore any of the Bear Mountain area, so I would love to do that. And yeah, I'm hooked and I can't wait to go back. So thank you so much for watching, and I hope this video was helpful for you guys. Thank you.